right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday. And, you know, I see 3 suppliers a day. When I see someone come in the door that doesn't have an appointment, and I already got a full schedule, man, I just cringe a little bit because, you know, we have to sell a little wine in addition to drinking all the world's greatest wines. But I always say the most important part of my job is tasting wine, and that's why I said, all right, make it quick. Let's make our way through 5 of the 6 at least of these wines. And I wasn't familiar with Keller Estate, but I'm very familiar with this Petaluma Gap, which is the region where this winery's vineyards are located. It's 10 to 15 degrees cooler than the rest of the area, and they've got 90 acres planted here on 2 different vineyard sites. And this Keller Estate Chardonnay Aura Le Plate, which means gold from silver. A wonderful bright bouquet here, lemon citrus, kind of stone minerality, white flowers, and green apple fruit. All these wines in this lineup under 1,000 cases production. They only make about 5,000 cases total, and there are some single vineyard, single plot wines that they make and only sell at the winery through their mailing list. This wine, a more bright and fresh style, all stainless here, with a nice creamy texture though. A lot of nice richness in this wine, green apple and lemon citrus fruit, a nice tongue-tingly minerality on the finish, nice length and depth of fruit. This wine, aged in neutral barrels also, no malolactic, but lovely richness and a long finish. This wine even better on the second day, $40.50. All right, the La Cruz Vineyard up next. This is, they get very small yields out here, 2.5 tons per acre, and they've been farming these vineyards since the 2000 vintage, or I'm sorry, since the 80s, but they've been making wine since the 2000 vintage under their label. The Chardonnay used to be sold to Rombauer, all of it, and now they still sell a lot of fruit to Flowers, and this is the barrel fermented version of their Chardonnay, a very ripe fruit profile here, peaches, lemon drop candy, notes of vanilla bean creme brulee, little butterscotch, lemon oil, 100% mallow, some new barrique here, 25%, so you get that spice from the oak, you get that butteriness from the malolactic fermentation, very rich and creamy on the tongue, with a nice touch of toasty oak spice and a solid core of fruit and a nice hand of acidity holding things together. Long mineral lace finish, notes of butterscotch, excellent juice. Both of these Chardonnays I liked a lot, and I couldn't pick out which one I like better. The La Cruz is a little more expensive, $46.50. I guess it just depends whether you like oak or you don't like oak. All right, the Pinot Gris up next, and it's got a slight touch of residual sugar. You notice it in the richness here, but lovely acidity to balance it out. It's also got a lovely bouquet of ripe pear, peach, apricot fruit, lime, citrus, some green melon rind notes, and wet stone. And this Ted Lemon was the first winemaker here, and now they have Alex Holman, a disciple of Paul Hobbs. And Anna Keller also plays a part in the winemaking. She's got a background in chemistry. This wine is very rich on the tongue, a lovely creamy texture here. You notice that residual, but a lot of acidity, cleaning things up on the finish. Again, good minerality, leaving the tongue salivating for food with those pretty white floral notes. Excellent juice at $37.50. Wow, you have my attention now. Let's keep rolling here. Let's taste all the wines. What the heck? Let's make these other people wait that have appointments. Anyways, we just had a little miscommunication, all right, with who was coming in from our friends at Vinecraft today. But hey, I'm glad you stopped by with these wines because the Pinots, excellent as well. This La Cruz Vineyard, lovely bright red cherry fruit on the nose, pretty floral notes, hints of brown spice, really pretty bouquet here, ripe delicious fruit, spice, flowers, earthy notes, and a ripe and succulent wine on the palate with smooth velvety tannins, juicy red cherry pie fruit, a long fresh finish, those pretty floral notes and hints of brown spice for $54. Excellent Pinot. And then the El Coro, which they use La Tâche suitcase clones and some other clones, including Pomard and 667. And this is a little higher altitude vineyard, and it's a really bright raspberry coulis kind of fruit, really ripe and seductive, pretty floral notes, only about 600 or 700 cases produced, really exotic wine on the palate. This wine's got an array of exotic spices, flower, and lovely silky velvety texture on the tongue. A really long, fresh finish, really well-endowed Pinot, but also nicely balanced. My favorite wine on the table this afternoon at $60. Most excellent juice. And then the Keller Estate Roti. Ooh, we had the French guys up next at this tasting, and I could say there would be a few French people that have a problem with you calling a Syrah co-fermented with a little Viognier Roti in this country. Let's just say they probably couldn't sell this through the European Union. Anyways, this wine had a nice bit of perfume on the nose, floral notes, dark pepper spice, and dried meat, hints of dark plum, dark cherry fruits, tobacco. Nice complexity here, kind of reminiscent of a Northern Rhone. Smooth and velvety on the tongue, nice round tannins. This wine's got a nice amount of grip on the palate, but still nicely balanced and fresh. Nice ripe fruit and a nice hand of spice on the finish. Excellent juice, kind of reminiscent of a Northern Rhone, thus the name. All right, that's what we had to drink with our friends from Keller Estate. I'm your host, Andrew Lamposoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.